Hi everyone, and my name is Shruti Singh, and in this video we are going to be talking about what are AI agents and what is this buzz about all about AI agents and how it is differentiating from a normal workflow and what is the difference between an AI agent and workflow. If you have been someone who has been trying out things yourself into the automation industry, you have been managing the backend, and by now I assume you are aware of workflows, and now you are wondering all in the blues that what are AI agents and how come all these AI agents are taking over in just a fraction of seconds. Well, this is the particular video which you should not be skipping about, because in this particular video we are going to be talking about AI agents, what is the difference between a workflow and an AI agent, and what are the different types of AI agents available in today's time, and how you can use it, and what are the use cases of each AI agent from basic to intermediate level. Everything will be covered in this particular video, so watch out very closely. And by end of this video I'll be providing you few resources where you can actually start building your AI agents, so please watch it very closely. Okay, so right now on the screen you can see it is mentioned that understanding AI agents and exploring the types of AI agents. Well, if you talk about workflows are something which does not have its own brain, right? So workflow is something which is capable of automating a task, but it is not capable of actually having or taking decision on its own, because it is not given that kind of leverage, right? So what are AI agents? Well, AI agents are something which has autonomy in itself, and they have their own brain, and that is what it differentiates from a normal workflow to an AI agent. As soon as you introduce a brain or indulge a brain into the workflow, it becomes an AI agent. As soon as it gets an intelligence of taking decision, of researching, of maybe concluding or anything task, it can do it on its own without any human interruption. That is what we call as AI agents. So for example, you can take a use case of Gmail, where we can actually use workflow to automate your Gmail. Whichever email comes into your inbox, you can actually automate and send a repetitive away message like, hey, this is Shruti, I'm available from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I'll revert back to this email as soon as possible. That's a static message you can actually generate when you are using just a workflow. But at the same time, when you will be using an AI agent to actually automate your inbox, and you give a brain in this workflow, and the moment it changes, the outcome it changes is that it will be actually being capable of replying to each and every email coming into your inbox without you actually replying to it or even opening it. Okay, so why this is happening? Because we are including an intelligence into this workflow, and that is why this whole workflow is now known as an AI agent, which is capable of replying to your inbox mails. So what are AI agents? Again, it is autonomous. It performs tasks independently. As soon as the autonomous things comes into the action, it becomes an AI agent, and it is not just a random workflow. Okay, then it is goal oriented. For example, as we just took an example of an Gmail replying agent, then the goal of this agent is to reply to every 100 email by understanding and not just sending a static or a same reply to each email, but it understands, it goes through the whole content of the body and then replies accordingly, right? And that is why it is designed to achieve a specific objective. Then it is intelligence. Again, as soon as you introduce intelligence into your workflow, it becomes an AI agent, and that is what it differentiates from a normal workflow, and it uses AI to process informations and make decisions on its own. So again, autonomous, goal oriented and intelligence is what it actually differentiates from a normal workflow. I hope by now you are clear with the difference with this between a normal workflow and an AI agent. Now we are going to be understanding that how many types of AI agents are there and what are their use cases for better understanding. Well, there are 7 types of AI agents available today, and one of the most talked in the town is the RAG agents, and it is RAG agents, which is Retrieval-Augmented Generation agents. Again, RAG agents are something you give a simple knowledge base to your agent, and it is capable of answering to the same query again and again. Now for example, maybe you are an Amazon seller. So for an Amazon seller, You can provide your products details, you can provide your customers details, you can provide your refund and return policies to your agent. Again, you will convert all of these into a simple knowledge base, and you will train your AI on this specific thing for your company, and then it will become a RAG agent. Now in this, for this same agent, if you ask any mathematics question, it won't be able to answer. If you ask any astrology question, it won't be able to answer, because it is only and only trained for your Amazon selling business. Okay, so that is why RAG agents are very best tool to use when you are designing for an FAQs. For example, customer support agents, then legal document assistant agents. These are agents which are the best use cases of a RAG agent, and it is capable of taking care of all the FAQs coming in through to your business or your daily workflows. RAG agent should be your go-to agent if you are looking for a solution for something like this. Then the second is tools using agents. Now tools using agents is something like, for example, we just discussed about Gmail automation. Now here we'll be using multiple tools like Gmail, maybe Google Sheets, maybe you are sending all your notifications to Slack. So again, the more you are using the tools, it becomes a tools using agent. The more the agent is capable of using or interacting with multiple kinds of tools, it becomes a tools using agent. Okay, so for example, travel planner looks up for a flights and books and hotel. Okay, so if you give a prompt to your agent that look for this particular date and for this particular destination, even if you mention that I want this particular seat or maybe a window seat in my flight, it will look for it, book for it, and it will go. Because now when you will be using this agent, the agent will be using multiple tools, right? So it will be logging into your browser, it will be logging into your maybe your travel partner portal, could be MMT or IVB, I don't know, whatever could be. It will be logging into your preferred portal, logging into your card details, and then searching through the multiple kinds of options of hotels. And then by now you understand that it will be searching through multiple tools, and that is why it is known as a tools using agent. The more the agent is using tools, it becomes a tools using agent. So AI email assistant, as I mentioned, something like Gmail responder, it's gonna be a tools using agent, because again it is using multiple kinds of tools to respond your all the unread emails. Sales outreach fetches leads, sends message. So for example, you have created an agent which can actually outreach your leads and can send DMs. Again, it will be using multiple. It will be using maybe a Google Sheet to track all the data, maybe it will be using your LinkedIn to log in, then it will be sending a DM. Again, you understand, multiple tools. The more the tools you use, it becomes a tools using agent. Okay, so the more you are using under this use case, you will be using tools using agent when you have to actually hover along in multiple tabs, log in here, log in there, and then perform a task. Under that use cases, you create a tools using agent. Okay, nothing tricky, just a simple explanation. Okay, now what is the difference between a workflow? Third is the workflow agents, and we are going to be understanding that what is a workflow agent. Workflow agents are a multi-step, or maybe it has to do a multiple step of actions to get the results you have asked for. So for example, an SEO blog generator, it has to now, it is not just about generating a blog, but it will go and then find a perfect topic for your niche, and then find the trending topic, and then generate a blog basis on the kind of communication, basis on the kind of language you have had in your past. Based on that, it will generate that blog. It will not generate blog just like that, because a random prompt can also generate a blog. But when you create an agent for such things, it is actually capable of generating the result which you are actually looking for. Okay, so new hire onboarding bot, for example, if you have a new hiring in your company and you want to automate every time you have to do an onboarding process, so you can automate this whole process by using a workflow agent. Then proposal writer agent, every time you send a proposal to your businesses, to your partners, you have to do it manually again and again. Now you can use a workflow agent to design these kind of proposal writer agents, and these all agents fall under the category of workflow agents. The fourth category is gonna be the conversational agents. Now conversational agents is again which is, as the name suggests, it is capable of doing the conversations. So for example, chatbots, for you are aware of chatbots. If you go on to any random website, and if you on the right corner, if you get to see a chatbot answering all of your queries of all the FAQs and actually providing you assistance, that is again a chatbot, a conversational agent. Support bots for emotional supports, for people who are into the mental coaching business, for people who are into the life coaching. So for those people, for those who are into the journaling businesses, those people actually use these kind of bots, and they train these bots for providing emotional support to their clients, for grounding techniques, for journaling, and asking them and making them, it's more like you are actually talking to a human, and that is why it has to be a human based talking. And again, you train your agent in that way, then only it will be providing that kind of results. Then e-learning tutors, which guide students and provides feedbacks. Okay, so for example, you have bought a course and you are learning something, but you don't have the accountability. Under these use cases, you have an conversational agent which is actually capable of taking the accountability of your student and actually provides feedback and takes test, and just like a normal tutor does. So you can replace that, and then under it falls under the conversational agents. Then the fifth type is going to be the data agents. Now data agents are, as the name suggests, it is capable of analyzing the data, analytics, and all the data. It's all about data and creating dashboards and creating more interactive dashboards. It interprets trends, categories, data. Google Sheets AI Analyst, this feature is available in Google Sheet itself. If you have not explored, try to explore it. Google Sheet has its own AI where it actually you can select the data sets and it can create actually the analysis for you. So it's not just numbers, but it actually creates analysis for you. So that's again a use case for Google Sheets AI Analyst. Then expense categorization bot. So again, you'll be providing all of your monthly data, what are your monthly expenses or yearly expenses are, and then based on that, the bot is gonna be giving you the crux, that what is the crux and what things you need to change about. Again, this falls under the data agents. And customer segmentation assistant. For example, if you have hot lead, warm lead, cold lead, maybe you are unresponsive leads, you can categorize all of these things based on, just give data to the AI and it will be categorizing all of these things by just using AI. And again, these are data agents which is capable of analyzing and providing you the correct dashboard and understanding of the data you have been having. Then the sixth is going to be the embodied agent. Now these are something which we are not going to be creating because these are way too technical, and even these are something when you are going to understanding the what are embodied agents. And now if you have seen a robotic home cleaner, a robotic sweeping machine, that is something we call as an embodied agent. And something like if you have seen, there's an AI tool available for kitchen which is capable, you just select the recipe and it can actually cook the whole thing. You just have to select the recipe, put the ingredients into that AI tool, and it is gonna be cooking that particular meal which you have selected on the screen. And something like that is what we call as embodied agents. And home robot agents, game AI champions, companions are better examples of embodied agents. So anything like that falls under the embodied agents. Now we don't create these things, this is just for the understanding. Embodied agents, it's way too technical, and there are engineers available who create these things. Okay, but rest of the agents we are going to be creating in the further coming videos. And the seventh one is going to be the multi-agent systems, where we are going to be collaborating. Now again, where you integrate RAG agents, multiple tools using agents, we have created multiple agents, and where you actually integrate all of these agents into a single outcome. So for example, you have created an agent which can analyze data. We have created an agent which can actually send email without you interrupting. You have actually created an agent which can actually send DMs to your leads. Now these are three different kinds of agents, but when you actually mix all of these three agents and actually get a particular result out of it, it becomes a multi-agent system. So you have created all of these three agents individually, but when you put it in a single line and you get a particular result, it becomes a multi-agent system. So marketing content factory, again, why marketing content factory? Because it involves a lot of data, it involves a lot of research work, it involves a lot of content writing, content creation. So you see there are multiple kinds of steps and agents available in this whole process. It's not just about marketing content. Again, it's a holistic, it's going to be a holistic approach. That is why it is going to be a multi-agent system. Now, legal review pipeline. So someone who is from legal background, you might be understanding by now that it's not just about getting a legal outcome, but it's you have to go through a lot of clauses and everything, and then you get to know what is happening. Again, in under these use cases, you will be using a multi-agent system. So that's all about it, understanding about multi-agent systems. And these are the 7 types of agents available in today's world, and we are going to be building each agent under the categories of for the each agent one by one in the further coming videos. And if you have any query regarding any agent, you can put it into the chat box, and you can put it in the comment section, and I'll be answering. And you can also put it in the comment section what kind of videos, what kind of content you would like to see in further coming videos, and I'll research about it and get back to you on the particular channel. And in the meantime, if you are wondering that how I created this interactive, this very beautiful looking PPT, well, I have dropped my registration link for the PPT in the chat box. You can use the link to register, and let me tell you, this whole PPT was created in less than a minute by AI again. So the link for this particular PPT creation is in the description box, and when you sign up using the same link, you will be getting 200 free credits, which you don't usually get. But when you use my referred link, you will be getting 200 free credits that you can use creating these kind of PPTs, and there are multiple other use cases available in this application. So that's all about it in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, you can drop all the queries you have. If anything you want me to be more descriptive about, please drop it into the comment box, and I'll get back to you in the next video. So that's all about it, and thank you very much.